Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Today is the day of Internet Gremlins, but we're not going to let nothing stop us. It is April 26, 2025. Welcome to Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. We were supposed to go live by tape, but now we're going live by live. We're trying to find Felix. We've been having negotiations back and forth in terms of the time, but here we are. We go what we got, and thank you for showing up. And thank you. Don't forget to click like, click share, let everybody know we're here. We're going to be here for about an hour, at least about 11 o'clock today. 11 o'clock. Get on the internet, get on the phone, get on the bat phone, get on the string. Go to get a string and put a can on it and put some wax on it. Kamau and Felix is on the internet. We on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn. Couldn't get Instagram to work. I'm still trying to get some of that stuff to work in the background, and that's part of the fun we've been having for the day. But hey, we here, and we're going to do what we got to do. We're going to make it happen. Don't forget, this young man right here, Marcus Holmes, man in the background, man out too sweet to be sorry. He just celebrated a birthday. Go on TikTok. That man is an HR guru. He going to lean in, and he going to tell you what to do. He going to get you together. He going to have it right. All right, we got a guest. All right, it's already a great day. I already got a guest. It's gonna be a great day. I didn't expect this, but I love it when he's here. We're gonna bring you in soon. Don't worry. As a matter of fact, he already here. We got Steve here. I already know he gonna pop in and out. He may show his face. He may not. He may go grab a drink of water. He might come back, but he gonna be with us. I know he want to talk about the Wolverines getting drafted and what y'all got 4 in the first round. Is it 4, Steve, or something like that? Whatever it is, I know y'all had a good job. But of course, we're gonna start with we're gonna send some prayers out to Arena's family right now. Elijah Arenas had an accident in California driving the box Tesla. They showed him laying on the ground. I sure hated they did that. To me, they shouldn't show stuff like that.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, Steve.
This is new.
But we glad to have you. We glad to have you. Steve's taking a break out of his busy schedule. He's normally out on the links right now, getting his Golden Bear golf game on. But he's joining us today. It's a great thing to have you, sir. Thank you for being here. I don't know if you heard, but we're trying to get a golf date together so me, you, Greg, and Felix can get out and play sometime soon if you can get up to Michigan. And we're gonna go out and have some fun.
Oh, great!
So we got a game. I'm pretty sure we got to work around your schedule more than anybody else with you coming the furthest. But we're gonna work that out. All right, let's see here. Also, the biggest, the news of the day is the NFL draft. That is the subject that was picked by who? By you, all of our great followers who tune into us every week. And the biggest news of the draft is easy. The big Shedeur Sanders slide. What you think, Steve? Are you surprised? Is it warranted? Is it needed? What you think?
What was the question again?
Shedeur Sanders was supposed to be the first and the second pick. He has not been picked at all. What are your thoughts?
I saw a interview this morning. New York Giants were talking about that, and something about the NFL has really got it out for Shedeur. Because of I don't know, maybe their attitude. I don't know. It's just if he can help a team, I think a team should get him. But apparently, there's teams out there that don't think that he can help them.
I think it's a little bit deeper than that. I think it's about control. I think it's about you gonna do what we say, how we say, when we say it. Not and he's already rich, so it's not like he needs their money. He wants to go and play and make a name for himself. So he's in their opinion, he's cocky, he's brash, he's outspoken, and so he didn't want to do his own. He didn't want to compete at the combine, even though he showed up to support his teammates. I think more than anything else that's what it is, because there's some teams who need quarterbacks, and there's some teams who draft a quarterback whose quarterbacks are quote unquote terrible, who have quarterbacks who are terrible in the quarterback room, and people that they're bringing in that aren't very good over Shedeur. I think that at the end of the day, it's about humbling. We're gonna bring you in. We're gonna bring you in at a 5th round choice or even as a free agent, pay you no money, treat you like we do. What's the kid in San Francisco? Treat him like that. What's the guy? Brock Purdy. We're gonna do him like Brock Purdy. Put him on a $200,000 rookie deal per year, and 5 years from now, get him out of the league. I think that's kind of what they're doing.
So I would agree with that if he ended up going to Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh wanted him, and they think they're going to cut a deal with Aaron Rodgers, and I just think that Pittsburgh, if they end up with Pittsburgh, then I would say, yeah, the league probably colluded with the Steelers to push him down to a 5th or 6th round.
I don't think it was collusion in terms of we calling people on the phone, don't pick them. I think it's collusion in terms of, yeah, we all understand.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. We don't need to make a phone call. We know how each other thinks.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't disagree.
I kept saying to myself, am I really surprised that this happened? Not really, because when you doing celebrations where you hold your Rolex watch up on the football field, you're playing in your Rolex watch, and you're dangling keys in front of people. That tends to, that karma kind of comes back at you from time to time, and I think this is kind of what has happened moving forward with Shedeur. I hate to see it happen because is he one of my favorites? No. But is he good enough to play in the league? Oh, yeah. It's a lot of people in the league that are collecting checks that are not very, very good at all.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. He got to go somewhere. Somebody's going to need him.
Somebody's going to need him. They say he can go back. He can go back and play at Colorado one more year. He can do that. Yeah. They just brought in a big-time recruit, so, of course he's still going to go back and play for his dad.
He might make more money if he goes back to Colorado.
Yep. At this point, he definitely would make more money going back to Colorado.
Yeah.
Because he can get that NIL money, that collective money, and it's financially wiser. But he already has money. He's grown up with money. He's grown up around money his whole life. So money isn't an issue. It's not like me and you when we even struggled and had to quote unquote get it out the mud. His mud has always been the rain, because it rained, not because he was out in the rain. His vegetables came out of the mud, not because he had to plant them in there. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I understand it. I definitely understand the mentality behind it. But you also go ahead.
Kind of like you reap what you sow, though. Sometimes,
Yep. But you're also looking at this administration as well. I had to put that in there. You're looking at an administration right now where they're doing their best to make sure that the quote unquote DEI is not readily and available.
Mm-hmm.
NFL quietly last week just took all of those things off the field. All of the signs about racism and all those things. There won't be any sign of that on the field this year.
Well, there's kind of a, I don't know. I think it's the point's been made. I mean, to me the point's been made. So yeah, I see a lot of that going away, and I think I just look at so many successful people. That everybody, this is a country, a land of opportunity. And you get that opportunity, not everybody steps up and takes it. Is there still racism out there? Sure. Yeah, there's some bad people out there, but there's just an overwhelming number of good people that believe that no matter what.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad that we're still dealing with this.
Yeah.
In this age. Because at the end of the day, it's I've learned from being in the different circles I've been that it's more it's money. The racism is more money than anything else. It's the control of you monetarily.
Yeah, there's some of that, both sides too.
Yep.
There's people that make a living off of it.
Yep.
Make a pretty good living off of it.
That's true. Well, speaking of slides, we also got Will Johnson, as I was saying, Michigan player. He fell to 47, but that scene was more than injury. You guys had Mason Graham selected number 5, Colson Loveland selected number 10, Kenneth Grant number 13, and probably the biggest prospect out of them was Will Johnson, but he spent a lot of last season hurt towards the end of the season, and so I think that's why he fell so far. Number 47 to the Cardinals. I think that's a good spot for him. He'll probably play immediately because they do have need in the defensive backfield in Arizona.
That's it. I look at Will Johnson like I can't believe that the Lions passed on him. Or a lot of teams should have gone early. He's going to be another Mikey Sainistro. You know, Mikey went. He's a stud in the league now. Mm-hmm. And the Lions didn't pick him up. They picked Terrian. And I haven't seen anything out of Terrian, but I've seen a ton out of Mikey Sainistro.
I agree. But in terms of a prospect, Terrian Arnold is more of a bigger prospect in terms of his size and his speed. But in terms of it being a ball hawk and a quote unquote dog on the field, I would give that a little bit more to Sainistro right now, especially how he played in that playoff game.
Yep. Michigan. You know me, Michigan, man. They're the best. We got 3 of them in the first round.
Yep, 3 in the first round and 4 total. Definitely.
Yeah, it should have been 4 if Will had been picked up.
Yep. Speaking of drafts, we're looking at the Lions. The Lions, first of all, exercised the 5th-year option on Aiden Hutchinson, which was kind of a surprise for me. I thought they would want to see how he's going to do coming off this injury. But I guess it's not really going to cost them that much in terms of this last year, 5th year. They also picked up Jameson Williams' option. That one also surprised me. But I'm pretty sure they let him know, Jameson, you about done around here. We know you're doing it on the field, but this off-the-field stuff, but we got to talk to you one more time about this here. We're going to find you a spot up in Saskatchewan. I think that's the conversation they probably had with him. And I'm pretty sure he understands. Of course, he came in off the injury. Then you had the drug thing, then you had the gun thing. So he's probably where he's going to be leaving pretty soon if he doesn't get it together going into this next contract.
Yeah, I think you'll see Zadarius Smith. I'm pretty sure he may be back because I don't see anybody jumping through hoops to get him, and he can come back. And I know he'll want to come back if he can.
Want to come back. And he'll come back.
You have him on one side and Hutch on the other.
And plus, they just got this kid Tyleik Williams out of Ohio State. I was hoping they would have got the boy out of Alabama though, but they picked up Tyleik. They drafted Tate Relich out of Georgia, guard, and a wide receiver Isaac Tesla out of Arkansas, Michigan product out of Hudsonville, Michigan, wide receiver.
Yeah, I was watching the tape on this kid from Ohio State, and I'm going to tell you what, he's got some moves. He's got speed. Very impressed with the videos they show on him. Very quick.
Yeah, well, I agree, but you got to remember when you're winning, that's what they pick players off the winning team.
They are national champions.
Yep. Yeah, they're national champions. So you notice this saying more than anybody else. To the winners go the spoils. So Ohio State had a bunch of kids picked up as well. Other Michigan products: Maxwell Hairston out of West Bloomfield High School. He got drafted by the Buffalo Bills. As soon as I saw that kid, I knew he was from Detroit area. He had on his buffs. And as soon as they called his name, he put his glasses back on and showed off. And probably the greatest draft pick of the weekend so far, Quinshon Judkins was in the bathroom when they called his name. His mama answered the phone like, "Hello? Where is he? Quinshon, get back in here!" Hey, and all the announcers like, "Hey, I don't blame him. I got to go to the bathroom right now too."
I think there's a video camera in my home somewhere because as soon as I walk away from my phone, it rings. You ever have that happen to you?
Oh yeah, every time. But that's kind of like how things are sometimes. But that's a part of the story. So moving, no matter where he goes from now on. Oh yeah, that's the guy who was in the bathroom when he got drafted.
Yep.
Not that he got drafted, but he was in the bathroom when he got drafted. It's a good thing his mama picked up this phone when she did, because if not, it might have been a disaster. But it was great to see all the tears from all the kids out there who got drafted, all the happiness, and everybody ready to go. Coaches on the phone, the owners, the coordinators. It's a great time, not only for those who are actually at the draft in Green Bay and who are at home. And I feel bad for those people in Green Bay. It's cold. It's still cold up there.
Yeah.
Everybody in their, wearing their jerseys over their coats and their hats. It's still cold up there, and everybody out there trying to stay warm.
Yeah, and that's an open stadium.
Well, it was in Detroit last year, but it was nowhere near as cold. We lucked out.
Well, you got a lot of indoor area in Detroit, and you don't have that in Lambeau. I went there 2 or 3 years ago. We went through Lambeau, and it's pretty. It's basically an open stadium, and there's no roof, so it's if it's cold outside, it's cold in those walkways.
Yep. And of course, they said the whole the staging area next to the building, everything's in the same complex, but the actual draft is off to the side a little bit. And that's the first thing I said. Everybody looks cold. Everybody looks cold. But hey, when you live in that area, you kind of get used to it. But if you're traveling up there and you're not prepared, you're gonna be in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right. Speaking of in trouble in a good way, we got our Major League Baseball Tigers. The Tigers are now in first place in the Major League East.
Didn't I tell Felix, watch out for those Tigers?
You did.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised. I thought they would be doing okay. I didn't think first place okay. They're 15-10 right now. After having a rain delay yesterday, they're having a doubleheader today. Because of that, they're playing at home against the Orioles. A 1:15 and I think a 5:15 start. I think that's how they're going to do it. So it's the Tigers are in first place, and it's exciting to see that. Just a thought this time of the year. Let me pull the
look at their pitching staff is one of the best in the majors right now.
Yeah,
they got Jack Flaherty back. That was good. Reese Olson's playing. He's pitching lights out. And that's.
They have 4 pitchers pitching under a 3.0 ERA or better.
Yep.
4 pitchers. That is outstanding. That is outstanding. So right now, let's see. Looking at the league, they are 15-10. Cleveland Guardians 14-10. Texas Rangers 15-11. Yankees 15-11. Mariners 14-12. In the National League, the Mets are 18-8. Padres are 17-9. Cubs 17-10. Giants 17-10. Dodgers 16-10. Dodgers have kind of cooled off a little bit. Well, the Mets have picked things up, and the Fathers of San Diego are playing well. They should be playing well.
Yeah, they're the number 1 team in baseball, and the Tigers beat them 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm. Brought them to Detroit, and made them pick up the trash on the way out the door. Overall in the league, the Tigers are technically in the 5th place with a bunch of national teams over them, but in the ML, in the East, in the Major League East, the American League, the Tigers are leading the American League, where the Mets are leading the National League, and this is very exciting for me. Speaking of which, I know we talked about putting together a game to go to. We didn't get a lot of traction. I tried to put out a feeler to go to a Tigers game in Detroit and a Tigers game here in Texas. So we didn't get a lot of people, a lot of traction. So we won't be doing that. Maybe I'll try again closer to June or July. But right now, it's we're gonna. I'm pretty sure we have a better chance of putting our golf game together before we put together the Audi for Sports Talk for Kamau. But we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. It's exciting time in Detroit sports. Definitely exciting time in Detroit sports. Speaking of more and more and more excitement, we have the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs. Of course, we're gonna save the Pistons for a little bit later. We know how they're doing right now. They play in 30 minutes, as a matter of fact. In the East, we had the Heat and Cavaliers. The Heat are up 2-0 over the Cavaliers. No, I'm sorry. The Cavaliers up 2-0 over the Heat. The Pacers are up 2-1 over the Bucks. The Pistons are down 2-1 to the Knicks. The Celtics are over the Magic right now, 2-1. The Thunder are jumping all over the Grizzlies, 3-1. No, 3-0. The Clippers are beating the Nuggets. No, the Nuggets are beating the Clippers 2-1. And what I thought would happen, the Timberwolves are beating the Lakers 2-1. And the Rockets right now are at 1-1 with the Warriors. That's a very intriguing series right now. The Rockets and the Warriors, they over there playing hugs and kisses. Every time Steph get the ball or don't have the ball, they hold onto him like a broke man holding to a rich woman. Hold him by the way, tell him how much they love him.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that?
You talking about the Pistons now?
No, I'm talking about Golden State and Houston. How Houston is playing defense.
Oh yeah, I can't tell you much about the other teams. I've been watching the Pistons, and just amazed at how they've gelled for the playoffs. I mean, the way Bickerstaff has them playing. I mean, that's back to the old bad boy style of play. I mean, they're physical, they're tough, but I'll tell you, New York's a tough team too.
Yep.
But yeah, I haven't been watching the other games at all between all the Detroit sports I get to watch, and then all the other things I've been playing. I've been running tournaments down here, so
okay.
It just keeps me tied up.
Good morning, Miss Autumn. Thank you for joining in. We start off the top of the show with Shedeur. If you put some of your thoughts in it, we'll definitely come back and speak on them again. Hello to the person here on this is on YouTube. Hello to you. And my name is Kamau. This is Steve. We're going to recap the show right now. We are talking about our NBA playoffs and where they are. Of course, Felix and I have we did our mini predictions. We're gonna review those towards the end and see where we are and who's leading. Even though it's not officially over there, the first round isn't over yet. We still have a bunch of good games to go. I think going into today, the Pistons, it's almost a must-win game again because they lost the proverbial third game. The third game, they say whoever wins the third game 80% of the time wins the series. Stats don't lie, numbers don't lie. So the Pistons need to go ahead and win today so they can keep pace. So when they do go back to New York, they can keep their season.
Tough place to play.
Yes, it is. And I think the referees have made a conscious effort to try and clean things up. After the first two games got a really, really chippy. Game 3 they got a little chippy quickly, but they quickly cleared it up and got things back on track. The Knicks led that entire game by as many as 15-16, and the Pistons just didn't have an answer for them.
Yeah, I think the guy their hot player, what's his name? New York.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen. Yeah, he's a great player and he's a great shooter, but he's got that move down where he just lowers his shoulder and he runs into people, and they don't call charging. I mean, that's so many of those calls that went against the Pistons were just blatant charges in my book.
Yep, he creates the contact.
Yeah, he creates
the contact.
Yeah. So I think if they're going to clean up, then they got to clean up some of that
and the flopping.
Cade's getting beat up driving the lane. He's getting beat up, and they don't call anything.
Yeah, because Cade don't flop. He just goes strong to the hole. Where Jalen Brunson's flopping and getting those calls.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's that way.
It's kind of like soccer. Watching soccer.
Yeah. Yep. When they run out there with the spray.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, don't forget to click like, click share. Let everybody know we are here. We are at the 37-minute mark of the hour, 11:37 Eastern, 10:37 Central. We are reviewing, and we just went over the NBA playoffs. We're gonna review what Felix and I picks were just about a week ago, but we are moving into women's sports. The biggest news in women's sports right now: Miss MiLaysia Fulwiley is taking her talents from South Carolina to LSU. She's going to the dreaded enemy. The two biggest enemies right now for South Carolina, UConn and LSU, and Tennessee third. She's going directly to the enemy. Am I surprised? No. Why not? Because she's going to get to play the whole game. She's going to get this go and score. Kim Mulkey going to give her the green light from beginning to end. She's going to pick it up on the defensive end. They're going to expose her defensively. But on the offensive side of the ball, she's going to be able to score at will like she wants to. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that. What are your thoughts on Miss Fulwiley going to LSU?
Yeah, that's good for her. You know, I think that's the first time I've seen the women using the portal.
It's there for them. Yeah. But in terms of it's not as publicized as the guys. Let's put it that way.
Right.
So she's gonna make her good NIL money because the young lady Haley Van Lith, she left LSU a year ago to go to TCU, and she made good money and she led her team to the Sweet 16. So we're gonna see what happens with MiLaysia because Flage, she left this year. She's going to the WNBA, and so they're gonna need somebody to pick up that scoring slack. And why not? If not her, then who?
No.
I say go for it. Would y'all much rather her stay right there in South Carolina? Yeah, but they're bringing that young lady in from Florida State, so I'm pretty sure that Dawn kind of had an inkling of what was going to happen. With her leaving. So we just got to say good luck to her. Good luck to her out there, and we're gonna see what happens. We definitely gonna see what happens. All righty. We rounding up things up kind of quickly today. Shout out to Felix. We're gonna see what we gotta find out where Felix at. Make sure everything is okay with him. We will definitely have him back next week. But right now we gonna take that quick pause for the cause as we jump into stupid sports news. All right. I don't think no more news stupider right now out there other than the Shedeur Sanders thing, other than Mr. Shannon Sharpe. Shannon, what's going on with your brother? What's going on with your brother? I understand, you still young at heart in terms of liking the ladies. Got that 19-year-old young lady from OnlyFans saying hello to you, saying she wants some money. She got all kind of quote unquote receipts, like the kids say, videos and phone conversations and texts, talking about saying that he harassed her and treated her bad and SA. We can't say the actual words like that no more. We got to say SA'd her and treated her very badly. So instead of going to the police, she wants money. My thing is, if he did all those things, why don't you call the police? Let the police investigate it. Put him in jail. So Shannon Sharpe said, okay, I did it. You sure? Let's put everything out there. You're not gonna shake me down. I'm gonna sue you for defamation. I think at the end of the day, it's gonna be a wash. I think both those cases would need to be dismissed. She won't pay him, he won't pay her, but it's gonna cost him more in the long run. As of right now, he's on a personal leave from ESPN. He's only doing his nightcap show and his other show on his other show Club Shay Shay. He's only doing those things. He's on a quote unquote voluntary leave from ESPN to the preseason. I really don't see him coming back to ESPN. You know, same thing that happened to Michael Irving. Same thing that happened to the baseball player Tim. He had to leave ESPN because of stuff like that. The guy who was at Fox Sports now, who played for the Celtics, he wound up having to leave because of stuff that he did. So, you know, you still talking about Disney now. We're talking about Disney. Disney, the home of all the princesses. You think Shannon Sharpe would have made some good decisions, sir?
Oh yeah, I think I listened to his video, and I thought he approached it exactly the right way. He spoke from the heart. He spoke to his fans. He spoke to his family. He spoke to the people, and just let them know what the real deal was. And I you got to commend him for it. You know, he's gonna nip this thing in the bud before all the people are going to start to create a fantasy around it, and he dipped that right in the bud.
See, the only thing is he has a sort of a pattern. This isn't the first time he's had issues with women and let's see, how can I put it? Mattress Mambo, doing the Mattress Mambo. He was live on Instagram doing the Mattress Mambo.
Yeah, he does, but he's, like you say, he's a young man, and you gotta realize that women are just gonna throw themselves at him when the last time I think he got into a situation with a woman. The video. Remember the video deal? Well, and it's the same thing. You know, he came right out and he says, "Hey, I'm a man," and you know, she asked me for it. We both consenting. And Jay, I mean, but back in the old days, you never heard about this kind of stuff because the press wasn't out there running with it the way they run with it now. You know, the press was more trying to make sure that they did what was best for the sport and not what's best for them going out there and getting some publishing accolade as opposed to. So I just think things have changed a lot. I mean, but he's a young guy. He's not married, so he can pretty much play the field. And who doesn't? I mean, think about all these Hollywood people that are just running around, jumping from bed to bed, like you alluded to. You never hear about that.
That's true. Well, where I see it, especially in this day and age, you got to be careful because, you know, everybody keeping those receipts. So no matter what you say, no matter what you do, they're going to try to do their best to turn it in their favor, to make it look like that you did something to them negatively, even if that was not the case.
That's the world we live in now. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
So you got to be careful out there. I really don't. I do, but I don't. I don't feel bad for him because you got to be careful. Every man has had a woman in their life where she has stretched them mentally and physically to the point where you want to do something you have no business, but you can't allow yourself to go there. I always say, you know, she walked him into the argument. He fell right for it. He allowed himself to be walked into that argument where he was, you know, talking about doing up. It's time. There he is. All right. The man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. Felix is here. The man is here.
Man, hey, what's going on, Mr.
What's
Harris?
up, Felix?
Hey, you been all right?
I was filling in for you.
Hey, I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it.
We're talking about Shannon. I sent Felix a video. A video of these little kids that have a career day when a guy comes in there and they say, "Are you on drugs, sir?" "No, sir. Drugs is easy. I can easily get away from drugs. This is the hard part." And he wrote on the board, and that's what I put on the caption. I can't say it, but I want to say it. But I wrote the caption.
I can't say it, but I want to say it. Man, you know what? I don't know, man. You know what? The man behind the scenes, when you get a chance, ask Marcus. He has a cliche he say about that. You shouldn't like. Basically, if you're gonna do this type of thing, you should do the type of thing with somebody who has as much to lose as you do. Mm-hmm. But I forget how he worded it. But he said that a long time ago. But a lot of people told Shannon. Monique told him. Everybody told him, like, man, I don't know, man. I'm gonna just pray for him, man, for real, because he has a. I ain't gonna say he has a problem, but he needs a solution.
So you think you need to go to counseling like Eric Benet? You think you need to do that?
No, you don't need to go. Okay, I think he goes for younger women because you can manipulate a younger woman. Somebody his own age, he can't. They don't. A lot of women out here are independent. They don't care that you got money and you used to play pro football and all that. So a young, like, if I don't know if y'all seen the videos, I heard the video, like when he told the one chick, don't worry about it, the same chick, and she was like, what do you mean by that? And then he told her he'd choke her out. Mm-hmm. You can tell the mind ain't right. Like, I'm 50. I can see me talking to a 20-something. Our minds is not the same. She talking about spending. I'm talking about saving. I'm at the down, and Steve Harris can attest to this because I used to work for him. I'm at the down part. So I'm not trying to spend, I'm trying to save. But she gonna be like, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to go here. Okay, how much money you got? Oh, I don't got no money. Oh, well, we ain't going. But like I said, I hope it doesn't end his tenure at First Take, which it probably will. Because if you're gonna bring him back, you gotta bring Mike Irvin back.
Yep.
And you gotta bring everybody else back. So
what was Tim's last name? The baseball player Tim. What was his last name? He had to go to the MLB Network.
Tim Reynolds. No, that's
Tim Reynolds.
That was Tim Reynolds. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And he was actually proving that he didn't do any of the things that they said he did, and he still had to leave.
But but then who do you replace him with?
Well, you still got Mad Dog.
Nah, man. Look, you put me and Steve for Mad Dog. No, he's horrible. You know what?
All of us. We all get on there.
You know what they need to do? You know what they need to do? Bring my man back. Bring Max back.
Max?
Man,
oh,
Max
yeah.
Bring Max back. He been gone for a minute because my thoughts is I'm not a producer at ESPN, but if I was, my thoughts is they're probably going to go by committee. So it's probably going to be RC. Then one day it'll probably be a big fella that used to play for the Patriots. What's her man's name? He played for us towards the end of his career.
The linebacker.
No, not the linebacker. He played offensive lineman. Big fella.
Damien Woody.
Who? Damien Woody. They'll probably bring Damien Woody, and then they'll probably end with DeMarcus Cousins. Right? DeMarcus Ware. Right?
Yep.
That's how I'm figuring they're gonna do it. Because usually in the summertime they take a break. It don't be Molly and Stephen A. Smith. It be the other supporting cast. But if they're listening and they're watching, bring Max back, or hell, bring me and come on. I do it for free.
For the first week. I do it for free for the first week. You got to pay your bills, man. You got to pay your bills.
Of course, right. Right, bring me and come on. Kamau can do Monday, I do Tuesday. I'm not going on there Wednesday with Mad Dog. Nah, I'd be fired. I'm not going on there.
Well, it'll be good TV. You'll be on there. They'll put you. Y'all will be in a studio together. They'll set up a studio in your house.
I can't do it, man. I can't play stupid games and win dumb prizes. I can't do it. I can't. And that's what I feel like I'll be doing. I'm playing stupid games to win dumb prizes.
I get it. All right. We gonna round the show out. We got a couple good questions. For one quick question. Yeah, something that's gonna make you go. All right. First quick question is Nico Harris being treated fairly by the media and at large because of his decision to trade Luka?
Yeah, he's being treated unfairly. Absolutely. Okay, it's me, you, and Steve Harris. Steve Harris is the manager, and we're about here's even what a better scenario. Marcus is behind it. Us three on the show right now. I disrespect Steve Harris, a guy I know, I admire, I respect. I disrespect Kamau, a guy I admire, I respect. Who they gonna come after? They gonna verbally get me, but they supposed to get Marcus because you brought this guy on the show. So your owners should be held accountable. You're throwing Nico under the bus. But at the same token, Nico, you have to be smarter. The more you keep talking, the more you're burying yourself. Stop talking.
That's right.
The stuff that's coming out your mouth doesn't even make sense. You actually got on national TV and said, I didn't know this man was that much of a celebrity to the fan base. Are you serious?
It wasn't even his trade. He didn't even make the trade. The owners made the trade. They put him out front to sell the trade. Then he started running his mouth. That's what got him in trouble.
That's right. Just be quiet. Like, I don't know. All I know is I got a phone call at 9 o'clock in the morning. They said, we making this move to trade Luka Doncic. Who told you
we
that?
know you can't say that.
Whoever sent the phone call.
We know you can't say that. You gotta say it in a diplomatic way. Where
Absolutely.
this is a decision made by the ministry, by made by everybody. I executed it. Yes, of course that's his job to say that is what I did. But in terms of him, he like Charles Barkley said, just be quiet. Don't get him more press conferences.
It was like one time, this guy, true story. I can't make this up. I'm not that good. Guy was walking out of 36th District Court. They was taking him over for the arraignment. They said, sir, can you tell us what happened? He said, I don't know, man. My boy told me to run. He said, what's your boy name? He said, I don't know. He just told me to run. That's what you're supposed to do. Felix Holmes, did you trade Luka Doncic? All I know is I woke up this morning, I had several missed calls. When I listened to the voicemail, it said trade Luka Doncic. Who was the voicemail from? I don't know. I just know it said it was a voicemail.
All I know is it was a number I recognized.
The number I recognized. But yeah,
I know Felix watches a lot of movies. I just go back to Moneyball when Billy Bean had to teach the kid how to fire somebody or how to trade somebody. Make it simple and cut it off.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just like I know y'all, I'm late to the show. I apologize once again. Like this situation with Shedeur. I know y'all already probably touched on it. That's not even his fault. That's his daddy's fault. The boy has talent, so you can't say you didn't draft him because he don't have talent. That's they don't want to deal with Dion. And once Shedeur, this is where sometimes you might have to split. Like what was my man's name? Vinny Testaverde. I don't know. I know Steve probably know a lot. Vinny Testaverde said his daddy was his agent. His daddy was taking his money. Long as my daddy had a six-pack and a new pickup, everything was fine. But as soon as that six-pack went in the trash, here come the money problems again. He said, I had to cut ties with my own father.
Same thing with the ball kids.
Well, you know what? In the defense of Lonzo Ball, Lonzo Ball's daddy, he did what any other. I mean, I don't have any kids, so I know Kamau has kids. Mr. Harris, I don't know. But what I'm saying is he gave what was pitched to him. I got 3 sons. Well, okay, what's the difference between Lonzo Ball and rest in peace to the guy who used to play for the Celtics? His 3 sons. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, but again,
the only thing is his sons
ownership now has to deal with the daddy instead of have to deal with an agent.
Oh, Bill Walton. Yeah, flat. But that's what I'm saying. With Bill Walton's son coached the Lakers, got fired. Now he's with I think he's with us.
He with the Pistons.
Y'all. He with the Pistons. Y'all. Y'all.
He was with Sacramento last, but now
he had to go. He had the Sacramento job before they hired Mike Brown. Right.
Yep.
But that's what I'm saying. What's the difference between Lonzo Ball and my 3 sons with the Wardens? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
The difference is the brashness, the mouth. That's all.
Well, it's a certain thing of being confident, and it's a certain thing of being arrogant. Dion is arrogant, but it's / confident. He just put it in Shedeur. Ain't nothing wrong with being confident, but at the same token, sometimes you have to do the dog and pony show. And Steve will attest to it because, like I said, I worked with him when we were getting the trucks out. Everything, or we were getting the 200s out. Everything was good, but when we would have a breakdown, and he would come on the floor and say, "I need y'all to do housekeeping," we knew he wasn't playing. That didn't mean go outside and shoot basketball, because if he caught you, he got every right to terminate me, right? Because I'm supposed to be doing what? Housekeeping. That's what I'm saying. That's the respect I have for, even though we were friends beyond coworkers, I knew my limit with Mr. Harris.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's a respect thing. It was a respect thing. I used to tell guys, hey man, you go out there, man, dude can come out of anywhere. And if he catch you, you fired. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. Steve, how many times did you do that off of what I said? See?
I didn't fire. I don't think there's only one guy that I remember that I actually had to fire. And that was the guy that was running around in the women's bathrooms. And they wanted to bring him back, and I said, yep. Not while I'm here.
See?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's a whole nother world, man. It's a whole nother world. I learned it.
But we had great people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody, yeah.
Now what about this one? This is our next question of the day.
Okay.
Did the Trump administration kill the Pope?
Hey, I ain't even trying to be funny. Real talk. I'm not, because we all have experienced death in our life, and that scared me. The reason why, I'm not saying your question. What scared me was they rolled him out on Easter, and then he passed it. I was like, man, that scared me more than anything.
Long before I started seeing the jokes on the internet, that was the first thing I thought. I said he was just with JD Vance. They just had that problem with the people having, the people getting kicked out of the country. He talked to him about that. The next day he was dead.
What's the difference between rolling Joe Biden out for 4 years and rolling the Pope out the day before he died?
See, man. See.
The difference is Joe Biden's still walking. He may be dead, but they ain't made the announcement.
Barely.
Okay, let me ask you this. So was he clear of pneumonia? Or what? Because I'm saying I never had it. God, thank you. I never had it. But I'm saying, wasn't that kind of early to put him out in the elements?
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I heard that story about how they had him out there on the balcony the day before, and then he goes back inside and dies. I mean,
right,
I thought that was, but that's I don't know if that was his choice or his handlers. Everybody's got a handler, right?
Correct.
Somebody in the background pushing you out there.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I don't know. I mean, but to say, okay, who killed the Pope? There's all kinds of conspiracy theories out there on different people dying at different times, and every time somebody dies, there's some background conspiracy theory that you almost have to just ignore.
Right, because if you look at The Simpsons had President Trump deceased April 12th. And here today is April 26th. So what'd that tell you? Mm-hmm. Are we believing cartoons now? Although they have been right, but are we believing cartoons now? Like I said, the story just scared me. Because I was like, no, what you mean he died? And I went through the social media and I thought maybe, how people play with people's deaths and stuff. That's what I thought. But then I seen, from the time he was alive to the time he died, I say, dog, he just was on TV 24 hours ago. So I don't know. It makes you think, though.
It really did make me think. That was my first thought. Was this something about this just didn't smell right?
But Trump ain't the president. Lil Nasty is the president. That's what
no president is ever the president.
The president is Lil Nasty. Lil Nasty that wiped his boogers on the table. That's the president, Lil Nasty. That's why I call him Lil Nasty, man. They had to throw that table been sitting in that office for umpteen years. They had to throw the table up. That's Lil Nasty, man.
All right. We gonna go ahead. We gonna go down. We right at the limit at 11 o'clock. We gonna go through our preview. That we had our predictions review, I should say. You and I. Let's see. Right now, the Heat and Cavaliers are 2-0. The Cavaliers are up 2-0. We both said Cleveland. The Pacers and the Bucks. Let's see here. I said Milwaukee. You said Indiana. The Bucks are up right. No, Pacers are up. I'm sorry. So you leading on that one. Boston, Orlando. Boston 2-1. We both said Boston. Let's see here. Detroit and the Knicks. You said the Knicks. I said Detroit. Right now, the Knicks are leading on that one.
Told you about Detroit.
And let's see here. Oklahoma City and the Grizzlies. We both said Oklahoma City. Houston, Golden State. I said Golden State. You said Houston. Right now, that one's tied 1-1. Denver, the Clippers. Denver, we both said Denver. Denver's leading that one right now, 2-1. And
no, I said Clippers.
You said the Clippers?
I said the Clippers.
Let me make sure.
Yeah,
yes, you did. Yeah, you're right. You said the Clippers.
Paper, right? Yeah. Your math don't be bad.
Let's see. Let me make sure what I got. I said, okay, you said the Clippers. I said Denver. And right now, who's winning that series? Let's see. The Clippers are winning that series. Okay. And in the craziest one, the Lakers in Minnesota. You said the Lakers. I said Minnesota. So we gonna see that one. That one's probably gonna go 7 games. That one's probably gonna go 7 games. But Ann ain't scared, and Julius Randle was actually starting to play.
Yeah, I mean, but I seen the little bit I seen last night. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So I'm still. I'll put to you like this. I see you rocking your Detroit Pistons gear. I got on Cal Ripken for the Orioles to win today down there. All I'm saying is, you lose tomorrow, it's over Tuesday when you go to New York.
I agree. No, they play today. They play at noon today.
No, they play tomorrow.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
They play tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay, 1 o'clock today. Okay. So they're the first game tomorrow. They're the top of the lineup tomorrow. So you're right. If they go down 3-1.
You lose tomorrow, take that hat, take that shirt, and go and put it up.
Yeah, it'll be put up for the season. It's all right though. I gotta find some stuff that fit better anyway. It's a little big on me.
That's a good thing, man. That ain't a bad. That's a good thing. I mean,
it's a good thing for how I got there. I bought this hat recently. This joker looked like a big old bucket on me. I look like a little 3-year-old wearing his daddy's hat.
Yeah.
All right. We down to the let's see here. I already made the announcement. We're not going to do the Tigers game either in Texas or in Detroit. We didn't get a lot of traction. We only got a couple people that voted on those. Steve said he's going to do his best to come in to play golf with us. We just got to set a date. And of course, Greg going to be there. I'll be there.
Man, I don't know if I want to play with Mr. Harris, man. He got some tricks up his sleeve. That's why he over there smiling. I don't know if I want to play with him, man. I'm okay at golf. I'm not good at golf.
Neither am I.
But see, that's the thing. It'll be us against them. That's why he over there smiling, man. I don't know.
He gets to play every day. I would expect him to win. He plays every day.
You play every day?
He retired. Of course he does.
I play a lot.
In Florida, right?
I play a lot.
What's a lot?
7 days, he out there 3.
Yeah, I'll just make a comment. We just had our big tournament of the year because this is down in Florida. This is like the end of the season for us. Everybody goes back up north. The snowbirds go back up north. I stay down here full time, but we had I don't know if you know, Jay Sigel was he's probably the best amateur golfer since Bobby Jones. He's won hundreds of amateur titles. He stayed an amateur until he won 8 times on the senior tour. So he just passed away last week, and we just had a tournament, and his passing was very sudden. Like he got cancer and died within like 4 or 5 months. So it was great guy. I mean, the most humble person you'll ever meet in your life, and we had a really good tournament, really good turnout. I had 117 golfers.
Wow.
So it was just so that's what I spend my time. I do tournaments down here, and I volunteer for a lot of tournaments, which you guys should do. Go over there to the Rocket Mortgage. You'll learn more in just going to one tournament than you'll ever learn from watching me.
See, I don't know if I can be quiet that long.
You will.
You'll be surprised. I've been to a couple of golf tournaments before.
You'll be pretty respectful once you see what they're doing.
Once you see how the gallery acts and everything, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they run a tournament there before the Wednesday before they start. They start on Thursday. The shipping tournament. You want to look that up. It's a tournament for local juniors. And when I say local, I'm talking about down because that's at the Country Club of Detroit. So it's locals that are just right in that area. So and the Rocket Mortgage buys computers for kids in the inner city. So it's a great charity. It's a great event. You gotta go down there, set up a tent, do your show, get yourself some press passes.
I'm gonna definitely apply for it.
WJR's down. Everybody's down there. They all got little 4-poster tents set up, and they just do their shows there.
Oh,
okay. This year I'm gonna definitely apply to go down there and set up a tent down there.
Yeah, and then somebody you can probably get one of the guys to do an interview for you. Can sit down and do an interview on a Saturday, or at least before the tournament starts. They get a little busy after that, but they'll set you up. I know they'll be right out front, so they would set you up like in the media, and when they're doing the media interviews, it's right there next to you. So it's pretty cool. I was there for 5 years. I was there from the very beginning. So you guys got to go down there, check it out. It's a great charity. It's a great venue. It's an old Donald Ross course. It's fantastic.
Okay.
All right. You heard it first. That's our next venture.
There you go.
Next venture. Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you.
I drive down there, man. I blow the horn as I ride back.
All right, we gonna get on out of here. Thank you for everybody for showing up today. Thank you for another great week. We will be back next on May 3rd. May 3rd we'll be back. Yeah, it's already May. It's already May. Yes, it is. Now I got another great idea for a show topic. It'll be a great show topic, Felix. The stuff I text to Felix throughout the week.
Oh.
Hey, man, you trying to get us shut down or something, man. Some of that stuff, I be like, man, what is it? He must got the wrong number. He sent that to somebody else. He didn't send that to me.
So if I can just post half the stuff I send to you in the show, that'd be a show by itself.
That's what I said, right? You try and get us shut down, man. This is family fun entertainment, family oriented. This ain't.
That's why I sent the text. That's why I sent the text.
Married
with you. That's why I spelled the H word the way I did. I spelled it the New Orleans way.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Don't forget Love and Stuff Tuesday nights at 8:30 on all the platforms like we before. Dr. Felicity Edner, my pastor, she's been coming on Tuesdays and Wednesdays right around 3 p.m., 3:30, somewhere around in there, Central Time. And we still trying to get Brother Williams to come on back. We're gonna send him a letter writing campaign, get him to come on back. We will be back next week, same back time, same back channel. Thank you, Steve, for coming in and joining us. And we're gonna get our dates together so we can get us all out on the court. You guys have a great day.